All right, what's up, familia? Welcome inside the hotel room. Hope you guys are doing good. Keep in between the lines. Got your load secure. All right, man. 2022 is a thing of the past. It is behind us now. Now we are in 2023, shaking things up. That includes trucking, man. So let's talk a little bit about trucking. And here to do that, as always, my man, Vic Med. Vic, what is going on, homie?
Same old, trying to stay afloat.
Yeah, and how's that going?
Uh, Give me headaches here and there, but it's part of the job, so I'm good with it.
Okay. How's business when it's raining during the rainy season?
Nothing changes. Nothing changes. The
Okay.
only thing that changes is just the season. Like right now we're in the slow season. So it's more of a struggle to find the freight, but rain, shine, snow, it doesn't change. Freight still needs to be moved, and then when there's not enough freight to go around, then you just got to go find it.
Yeah, that's one thing I always heard you say, man. It's like, hey, you just gotta keep grinding. Just gotta find it. You got it. It's there. You just gotta find it. Don't wait for it to come to you.
Yeah, exactly.
So, so yeah, man. You know, Vic, one thing that I that I heard that I saw, man, and this actually affected my family because there's the whole thing of the 2009 motor, the engine.
Yeah.
So what's going on is that now you need to have a 2010 engine, and that's got to be specific. I people need to understand you could have a 2010 truck with a 2009 engine, and that truck is no longer good. So everything needs to be 2010 and up. So quick little story, Vic, is my mom's husband. They had a 2009 Holmes.
Jesus Christ, that's man.
And you know what? You know what's sad? They didn't even have it too long, man. They had it, I think, about man 4 years. They didn't have it too long, Holmes. They did not have it too long, man. Vic, did this affect you in any way?
It did, and it didn't. If you have a fleet of more than 5 trucks, you can have an older truck in your fleet. But me, I'm real. How could I say? Real, real
Plan ahead.
picky. I'm real picky. I'm real sensitive when it comes to the trucks.
Mm.
And I just didn't want to deal with it no more, so I ended up selling our baby. So just so I wouldn't have to deal with it any longer.
Mm.
I mean, I could have still ran it, but I just didn't want to deal with it.
Okay. Do you know how long that's going to go for if you got a fleet of five or more trucks? I mean, at some time they're going to crack down on that too, right?
I don't know. I haven't looked into it, but yeah, eventually they're gonna crack down on that as well.
Yeah, because you got rid of a what, 2008?
2008, yeah.
Okay, okay. And I guess just listening to different people and everything, I guess there's people trying to sell their 2009s and under for a very cheap price, man. Seeing who would buy it. And if you weren't aware of that, maybe you could have got scammed and been like, oh damn, dog, like that's a really good price. But if you lived in Cali, man, you weren't gonna be able to run it. So and you got to check the engine. It's the year of the engine, man. Vic, your trucks, man. What's the oldest one that you have?
2014.
Okay, okay. All right. When do you think that you think that's going to be a problem at some point? I mean, at some point it's going to come in maybe a few years from now.
Yeah, eventually. The next years that they're gonna hit is 10 and 11s. So that'll probably happen in 4 more years,
Mm.
and then 4 more years after that will be 12s and 13s, and so far and so forth. Every 4 years they're gonna do this to California industry, trucking industry.
Okay. Hey Vic, real quick, man. I mean, some people might say like, "Hey, why are you running your business in California, man, with all these laws, rules, regulations, fees, fines?" I mean, every year, everything, man, it's like everything goes up. Everything is a new rule. Everything is new regulations, more fees, more fines. It's California. I think I've asked you this before, but I'll ask you to you again, Holmes. Any thoughts, any chance of you saying, like, you know what, I'm gonna take my business elsewhere?
I've thought about it, but you know, somebody's got to stick around and bitch and complain and fight. So I think I'm that person, just to sit around and just, I don't know. Hopefully somebody will see, my complaints, up there in, Sacramento, and hopefully they'll take it under consideration, But as far as trying to move, I'm not going nowhere. I've looked into other places to move, and it's just it's not for us. We have grandbabies, and I don't know if you're a grandfather yet, Cholo, but
Mm.
grandbabies I love more than our own kids. I tell my kids, all right, you're here, give me a hug, shake hand, whatever you want to do. Now, skedaddles, leave my grandkids here,
Yeah.
and I just we love our grandbabies instead of our kids, and right now we have a whole bunch of them, and I just, we don't plan on leaving them. So I'm going to stick around until, I don't know, it busts or they just come and shut me down. But, I'm still playing by the rules. I'm still trying to play by the rules, but eventually I'll get fed up, I guess. So I don't know. I don't know. I can't give you a straight answer.
Well, let's talk a little bit about owner operator, man, and not to get too deep on details or anything, but you're telling me a story about somebody who was turning in his own authority to go company. What's going on, man? What's the deal with owner operators that are just saying, like, you know what, childless, man, I'm just gonna go company. What have you heard that has been their major issues on them to say, like, you know what, I'll just go to a company and boom, that's it, as opposed to them being their own boss?
Well, no. Well, a couple of my homies, this is what they're doing. As a matter of fact, one of them called me today and wanted me to go look at a trailer that he's gonna buy. He's gonna buy a second trailer. What these dudes are doing is they're parking their trucks because right now they don't want to deal with the headache of finding freight.
Mm.
So what they're gonna do, they're gonna wait for stuff to pick up again. But for right now, they're gonna park their trucks, they're gonna go sign up with the company. As soon as stuff picks up again, they're gonna jump back in their truck. Which is, I mean, it's a smart thing to do,
Mm.
They're just like me. They're totally against the W-2. They're totally about, they're against, 401k, all that, All they want to do right now is just be able to pay the bills. Their equipment is paid off. All four of these guys, they're one man gang, so their equipment is paid off. So the only thing that they have to do is pay their insurance, which will be hopefully, just another 2 more months,
Mm.
and then things will start picking up again. And then after that, they'll jump back in the truck. But right now, they just want to be a company driver and be able to pay some bills. That's pretty much it. But as far as trying to give up their authority, they're not giving up their authority. They're just parking their rigs for right now because it's too slow for them.
Got you. Got you. Okay. And this is just them. They just own one truck. They don't have a fleet of trucks, correct?
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay. Okay. Because I have known drivers, and some of them just decide to move. Someone would just decide, like, hey, I'm gonna go truck it in Arizona. I'm out of here or something, and I was just like, oh, okay, hey man, good luck to you. But going back, so this is gonna be the first full calendar year with this whole AB5 law, Vic. We know that came into effect. What was it, like summer of last year?
Yeah.
but this is gonna be the first full calendar year, Holmes. I saw your last live, and you were pretty hot, homie. You're throwing some words around, Holmes, where I was starting to feel offended. Dog. I saw you start making me feel bad, Holmes. I never saw you talk like that, Vic. But hey, talk to us a little bit about what you're talking about, or what you were talking about, man, in that live.
Well, the thing is this is that guys lease on to companies, right? And when
Mm,
I say lease on, they have their own truck, but they don't have their own authority. They don't have their own insurance. So what they do is they come over to a company and they ask, hey, can I lease on to your company? They sign a contract saying, the contract stipulates you cannot haul for anybody else but us.
mm,
So you've read that, right? So um, for whatever reason, they're not good with the company. Uh, they get into it with the company or the dispatchers, what have you, right? And next thing you know, they're suing the company because they are being titled the wrong way. Why? Because the contract was miswritten, right? Because the main thing it's saying that you can't haul for anybody else but me. That's where the lawyers jump all over that contract. So once that happens, you're not really an owner operator. You're more of a company driver because you can only haul for that one company. And
mm,
that's where the law gets misconstrued, because of that written contract right there. That's where it kills the companies. So what these guys did is they sued the company, and now the company's in the process of getting sued because these drivers were mistitled. They're not really owner operators. They should be company drivers. And the reason why I was so fired up doing this video last night is because this is the third time I've been involved in these lawsuits, these class lawsuits, and I mean, the first one, we all knew it was coming. It was already a rumor that it was coming, and we all understood what we signed, what that contract consisted of, but yet these fools still went and sued, and
mm,
this is what brings upon this AB5 law, because the government is tired, the courts are tired of seeing these lawsuits after and after. I mean, there's so many lawsuits behind the same written contract that is pitiful in California,
mm.
and the courts are tired of seeing these lawsuits, and that's why they came up with the AB5 law to stop these kind of contracts.
Okay, and to make it clear, when you lease on the contract, at least in California, the contract says you cannot haul for somebody else, but the contract does not say you have to stay with us for a minimum of 2 years, correct?
Exactly, exactly. So you can get up and leave tomorrow. If
Mm,
you get into an argument with the dispatcher and the dispatcher is not giving you work the following day, you can get up and leave. You can take your truck somewhere else. That's not a problem. There's no penalty for you taking your truck somewhere else. And I
okay.
know that for a fact because I've leased on to, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 companies here in California.
Mm.
And there wasn't an issue of me moving from one company to the next. So,
Now, something I really want to bring up, Holmes, because this is not just in trucking, and I've been saying this. Okay, I haven't
mhm.
said it in a while, but I've been saying this. So many people keep on talking about, like, oh man, we just need an opportunity. I just need an opportunity. I just need hey homie. Ni madres, dog. I see so many lazy mofos out there just moping around, dragging their feet and everything like that. And then when it doesn't go their way, it's like, oh man, I don't get any opportunities. Not Charlie, homie. You move too damn slow and your work ethic sucks, dog. Okay, so it's on you. So I want to go ahead and touch on this, Vic, because you're touching on it, man. It's you could be leased on, but you could be saying like, hey, you know what? I worked hard 2 days. I want to take it easy the next 3 days. So I'm just gonna get one load. So that does have an effect with the broker, does it not? Of like, hey, well, this vato doesn't want to work, so you know what? I'm gonna give him, all the low tier stuff. Can you speak to that a little bit?
As a company, as a dispatcher, as a broker, we have to book loads ahead of time.
Mm,
So if a driver signs on with us, we expect that driver to work 5 days out of the week. What I try to do is try to get the hang of the driver. How does this guy work? Is he fast? Do I have to call him up and tell him, hey, go check in? Do I have to call the company to see what the hell's going on with my driver not getting a dock yet? Is he gonna get off his ass and go check in and push them to get him a dock? Stuff like that.
mm,
So we have to book ahead of time. And when guys come in and they, do that, they'll work 2, 3 days real hard, and then the other 2 days, but without letting us know, the other 2 days they only want one load or maybe two loads.
mm,
We are stuck with extra freight that we already committed ourselves to, and your company's name is based upon how much freight you can haul and how much freight you can cover. When you don't cover freight, that's what dings your name. And everybody and their mothers, when you can't cover freight, they will put it on your CSA score. So, say for instance, I want to book a load with Cholos Trucking. The first thing Cholos Trucking Company is going to do is look up my MC number. My MC number is going to say all the reviews of every broker that I've hauled the load for. Once Cholos Trucking sees a review where, well, Victor's Trucking didn't cover this load, didn't notify us, was late for it, and they try to clean it up by saying, he got a flat or what have you, because
mm,
the brokers and the companies, they know every freaking lie that you can think of
mm.
because they've heard every single lie. So when that happens, we are stuck with freight, and now we have to try to recover it, try to repower it. That's what it's called, repower it, by getting another truck to cover it. And if we can't cover that load, then we get that bad review on our company, and that's how you lose freight. That's how people don't want to mess with you because you have these bad reviews on you.
Yeah, and that's basically gonna hurt your bottom line because it's gonna hurt your relationships that you're trying to build with different people, man, trying to get some work and trying to get some loads out there. So, and that just, to everybody watching, man, that's not just in trucking, that's just in life, man. I keep hearing people for years now. I kept hearing people like, oh man, you know what? I just need a chance now, homie. You need to step up your work ethic. That's something you got to do, Holmes. You need to step that up, all right? Instead of complaining about, oh, I just need an opportunity. Not chale, dog. Step up that work ethic. So when an opportunity does come around, boom, you're there, dog. Guns blazing, man. But Vic, so okay, man. I've had a couple of different conversations with different people. Okay, so law says in the state of California, you can no longer lease. Vic, can you lease on to a company or not if you have your truck?
Yes and no.
Thank
The
you for clearing it up, Palms.
uh, the main thing with this AB5 law, it's not about it's not really about leasing on anymore.
Mm,
It's about, see, the government twisted it now where they want every individual in California to pay taxes on a weekly basis. So they want to get rid of the 1099s. Why? Because they say that we cheat when we file our taxes under 1099. How do we
mm,
cheat? I don't know. Because we claim all our taxes, and I don't see it. I don't know what they're talking about, but that's their thing. They want every individual to pay taxes on a weekly basis. So companies are saying this, fine, okay, But in order for me to lease you on, you have to have an EIN number. You can get an EIN number three different ways: sole proprietor, S corp, LLC. Four ways: C corp, S corp, LLC, and sole proprietor. That's how you can get an EIN number. Now, once you get the EIN number, an EIN number is just like a social security, but it's not a social security for the individual. It's for the company. So now the company that you're leased onto is going to pay your company. Your company is obligated to pay you as the individual. Does that make sense, or did I kind of run circles around?
No, okay. So now you got to get okay. So you got it through an LLC is one way, or sole proprietor is another way. So with that, you go and you get this. What is it? Because I haven't heard of this.
EIN number.
EIN number. Okay. What is that?
It's like a social security, but it's a social security for the sole proprietor or the LLC. So no longer are you using your social security number. So when you did your application for your company, it asked you for a social security number, right?
Right.
Okay. From now on, it's not going to have a social security. It's going to ask for an EIN number.
Interesting. Okay. And is this a one-time payment, or is this like some sort of monthly payment to get that number?
No, the EIN number, you don't have to pay for it. It's free.
Okay.
You're paying for either the sole proprietor or the LLC or the S corp or the C corp.
Got it. And with that, now you can lease onto a company, or maybe they don't call it leasing anymore, but it's still the same program though.
Yeah. Because now the company is not paying into a social security number. Now the company is paying into another company.
Okay. Because just how you're talking about the taxes and with the W-2s, because if you're not doing it that way, how you're saying they want it weekly, if not, it's going to be yearly, right? At the beginning of every year.
Well, with the 1099, that's the way you file taxes.
Okay.
Yearly. With the W-2, you pay into taxes every week. So every time you get a check, they deduct taxes off of it. So that's what the government here in California wants to do. They want to tax every single person into paying taxes every week. That is their method.
Okay. Vic, it's 2023, Holmes. Registration, tags. How do you do it? Do you do it every month, or do you do it for the whole year? Because it could get pretty pricey, man.
For the whole year. If you do it monthly, yeah, you're paying double.
Okay.
So I don't recommend anybody to do it monthly. I do it yearly. I mean, just rip it like a H band. You're good to go, man.
It's a lot of feria, dog.
Yeah, you're gonna suffer for a whole week, but it's all right, man. But believe me, if you do it monthly, every 3 months, every 6 months, you're paying double for them registration. Screw that.
And for everybody, it's the same thing. It's the same thing, just like your car, the little tag and everything that you put on your license plate, registration, the same thing. But you do have a lot of drivers that do it monthly, just because it is pretty pricey to do it for the whole year. So, Vic, has that gone up for this year, man, in 2023? Do you know of the prices going up? I mean, usually, not every single year everything goes up, but just about, huh?
Well, I haven't paid anybody's tags registrations yet, but I think I have a truck coming up in July. So I'll let you know in July what that bill looks like.
And how's the insurance looking, man?
The insurance hasn't changed. Hasn't changed. We are going to renew our insurance in March. And yeah, nothing's changed. Of course, for the new guys, they're called new ventures. Yeah, it's going to be pricey, but that's because you're new into opening up your account. But if you've had your account open for, maybe 2 years, it hasn't changed.
Okay. All right, man. Well, hey, big dog, I want to chop it up with you, man, because, this is the year for me, Holmes. And, I'm hearing a lot of this over here, that over there, and it's just got me bouncing around. I mean, I'm set, homie. I'm set. I'm set and like, hey, this is what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I remember hearing you one time. I think it was during one of your lives, not the last one, but I don't know. It was quite a few weeks back, maybe a few months back, and I remember somebody asked you, "Hey, Vic, is it a good time to get your own authority?" And I'm paraphrasing here because I don't remember what you said word for word, but you said something along the line like, "It's never going to be a good time. You just do it. You just do it and just get in where you fit in. You just basically you just do it, man." And I think that kind of goes along just with life, Holmes. Just anything that you kind of want in life, it's like, hey, man, when's a good time? When's not a good time? And at one point, you're just gonna look back and say, like, damn, look at all the years, the days, weeks, months, years I just let just fly by, Holmes, when I was just waiting for some sort of magical time to go ahead and do this. So I remember I heard you say that, and I'm like, yeah, he's right, man. You know what? Good time or not good time, man. It's just you just go do it. Prepare yourself the best you can.
No, I know 9 guys that picked up their little fleets and left to Arizona.
Okay.
And out of them 9 guys, 7 of them shut doors. They sold their equipment. The other 2 guys, they're hating leaving California because they don't know the ropes over there in Arizona. They don't know, who's reliable to get freight from, and stuff like that.
Right.
So, I mean, like I said, it's never a good time. It's just, you know, are you gonna sit there and contemplate and never make it happen? So you're just gonna contemplate the rest of your life, and then 5, 6 years from now, you're gonna say, "Damn, I wonder if I could have did it." You might as well just do it, because you know you're gonna hit rough spots. You're gonna hit smooth spots. Hopefully you get better, more smooth spots than rough spots. But regardless, that's life. You're gonna have your ups and downs, and you're just gonna have to go through it.
Yeah, and pretty much it's got to become your life, right? I mean, it doesn't stop. It basically you're taking on a whole new life, I guess, if you really want it to work. I mean, that's kind of the way I'm looking at it, like saying like, okay, this is my life. You really gotta want this, and you gotta want it, to be your life, man. And
But
so
Cholo, a person like yourself, bro, I mean, you're not gonna wreck. You're not gonna hit a brick wall. You know, you
listen,
have no kids.
uh,
Everybody already flew the coop. The only thing you're worried about is what? Your
that's
dog?
it, man.
Your dog? I mean,
Hey, if I do hit a brick wall, homie, your phone's gonna be ringing off the hook, man.
you ain't gonna hit a brick wall. I'm telling you, Cholo. I mean, now that I do what I do,
Yeah.
one truck is it's easy. It's easy to run. One truck is not hard to run whatsoever. And it's gonna be a piece of cake for you. Believe
Hey,
me.
real quick question, man. It's kind of off topic, just because I heard somebody say this.
Yeah.
Somebody said if you could run 9 trucks, you could run 20 trucks. You could just kind of like rinse and repeat. It's just it's kind of if you can run a fleet of 9 trucks,
Yeah.
then you could run a fleet of 20 or more trucks.
Yeah. I don't think one single person can run 9 trucks.
Okay. Okay.
I don't think a single person can run 9 trucks. See,
Okay.
my job
So
is go ahead.
so if you get a partner with you or whatever, I guess that they're just trying to say like if you can do it with 9, now you can step it up to like 20, 30 trucks.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, but again, a single person cannot run 9 trucks. I
Okay.
have I have my job broken up in pieces,
Mhm.
where I book the loads,
Mhm.
I set up the loads for my guys, and then My wife does the billing. She does the invoices. She does the money part. I do the hustling.
Mm,
So the job is broken up. I contact the drivers. I make sure that they have their work. I try to set them up, dates, times, stuff like that. They have any issues with the receiver and the shipper, that's my job. I try to fix that part. But
okay.
20 trucks, individual, one person, no, no. That's
Hey,
just too many attitudes to deal with. But I see what you're saying. Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, you can.
hey, Vic, now that we're in 2023, man, have you seen the prices of anything go up, whether it's tires or any kind of maintenance? Is everything still kind of the same? Is everything taking a little bump up?
As a matter of fact, I had the service done on the last truck that we bought, that little day cab.
Hmm.
Uh, no, it's still the same. We did the full service on it, and nothing's changed. Uh, Service prices are still high. The trucks, the trailers are going down just a bit. I think it's maybe like $3,500 that the trucks and the trailers have gone down, but they're still high, bro. They are still high.
All right. All right, Vic. Hey, man, I appreciate you coming on, homie, and talking a little trucking with me, dog. There's only, there's a few people that I really look forward to chopping it up with, man. You're definitely on that list, Holmes. Where I'm just like, you know what? I feel like I learn so much, man, talking to certain individuals. You're definitely one of them, Holmes. So
I
I
appreciate
appreciate
that.
you jumping on, man. Any message you want to? Any message you want to throw out there? You still got a little bit more to get off your chest from your last live, or
It's just like we've been talking. Don't contemplate on jumping in the trucking. If this is what you really want to do, just handle it. Just go for it, because there's not gonna be a good time if you're gonna ride on the gossip that's out there. There's no freight, everybody's struggling, whatever. Then you're gonna fall in that category. But if you come into this and you just hustle, I mean, it's going to be a headache. But as soon as you get the hang of that headache, you'll overcome that headache. It'll be nothing. Yeah, it's going to be extra hours that you're going to lose sleep because you're looking for loads, but you'll be all right. You'll survive. Don't let this gossip that's going on, that there's no freight, that the rates are cheap. Uh, don't let that gossip get to you. If you want to jump in it, just jump in it. There's two kind of people in this world. You got your company, you got your owner operators. You got to decide which one you are. Are you a company or you're an owner operator? Neither one is bad. Neither one is bad, because, like I said, there's two kinds of people in this world: company and owner operator, but they're not bad. So you got to decide for yourself what it is that you are, what it is that you want to do with the rest of your life. You want to be a company driver, you want to be an owner operator. Understand, owner operator has a lot of responsibility. But like I said, once you get over that headache of all that responsibility, it is downhill. It's like nothing. So you decide for yourself.
and there you go, familia. There it is, Vic Med, Holmes. You guys can catch him. I will drop. There's a link in the comment section. It's pinned to his channel. He does Q&As. You guys can jump on there, man, and ask him anything you guys want when he does his Q&As, man. As always, familia, live your life like you're on the road. Be aware of surroundings and always keep safe. This is blood makes you live. Below to makes family. Till next time, this is Thecholotrucker from my man, one Mr. Vic Med. Over and out.